Well, hello everyone and welcome to my home. Today I'm going to be working on something that is going to help me for long-term food storage. Now, I talk all about food storage and about canning. I talk about prepping, but you can also use your freezer for long-term food storage. We have our solar set up now that I can actually use solar for my freezers if there would be an outage. So I'm not so concerned about food in my freezer anymore. We are going to use these little cups and I'm going to make olive oil and butter and herb. We're making an herb butter spread. The first thing I need to do is I need to go out in my garden and collect some more of my parsley and some of my herbs. So let's go out in the garden in a little bit and then we will assemble all this together. It's really quite simple to make. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut some of our parsley. Now I've been cutting this parsley all summer long. With the fall weather, it's making this parsley even grow stronger because parsley loves a very cool weather. We're also going to cut some of our basil. Isn't that pretty? Beautiful colors. We want to make sure we wash it really well. Now here we have some cinnamon basil. It smells so good. Well, now we don't want to use the flower parts of that, so we will have to take the flower off. Maybe a little bit of thyme. Lemon thyme would be really good in that, wouldn't it? So let's add some of the lemon thyme to it. Oh my goodness, it is amazing smelling and good for you too. We have all different kinds of basil. So we're just adding a little bit all of them. And then we can take the flowers off here so it keeps producing. Don't let your plants go to seed until you're ready for them to be finished. All right, and here we have some basil. Because it's the end of the season, it just doesn't look very nice, but it's still very good to eat. And we have more parsley. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to melt our butter. I don't have a microwave. If you have a microwave, it's easier to do it that way. I'm just going to melt mine on our propane stove. Our propane stove is off-grid, so we can use that whether we have electricity or not. I'm showing you in more videos how we do things here in the homestead that doesn't rely on electricity and rely on things like that. So let's go ahead and put this on the propane stove. Then we're going to cut it up really finely, add some of our olive oil. I know olive oil is really expensive, but you still can get some really good deals. I got this half off at Weiss Markets, so I was able to get a sale on that olive oil. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, we chopped this up really finely, and now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put it in our blender. All right, our butter is all melted. And now we're gonna go ahead and add that to the olive oil and to all of our herbs. And we're gonna puree that into a really fine olive oil liquid consistency. So you want it to have it real fine. All right, and now what we're gonna do is fill up our cups. You can store this in the freezer for a year to 2 years, or in the refrigerator for about 3 weeks. Just one way you can preserve all of your herbs. Instead of dehydrating them, you can turn them into something. This is absolutely amazing. You can use it for everything. Rice, potatoes. You can use it on chicken. You can use it in stir fries. anything, garlic bread. And the sky is the limit because you can use any herb that you wish and any combination of the butter and oil. Normally I use half and half butter and half oil. Another wonderful way that you can preserve your herbs is dehydrating. I didn't do a whole lot of dehydrating videos, at least not yet. There's going to be a lot of dehydrating videos here coming up in the fall. We have not got frost yet, and I'm still harvesting lots and lots of food. The tomatoes are finished, but I'm still harvesting gourds and all kinds of herbs. As you all know, that I really got into medicinal herbs and all kinds of herbs to help you out in other areas of prepping. So we're going to be working on those herbs, like if you have a migraine headache and what herbs are good for that. How about pain or toothache? And things to help you with lowering your blood pressure. All kinds of things like that I am working on. But dehydrating is another wonderful way to preserve your food. This dehydrator I got over 8 years ago, and right now they're only $60, $60 to $75, which these Nesco are very cheap, and you will save lots of money in return. So I am also going to be dehydrating the parsley and making my famous mix that does not use any salt. It is Mrs. Dash homemade mix. If you're interested in that video, I will share it at the end of this one. But let me show you the whole process of dehydrating herbs and turning them into wonderful seasoning blends. Hey, did you realize that I have a second channel? And that channel is going to be totally different than this channel. The second channel is sharing with you more about my personal life. I hope you subscribe to that channel. Take a look, it's right here with my icon. That channel is growing by leaps and bounds, and I am so super duper excited to share with people all kinds of videos on that channel. I hope to see you guys over there.